What's going on? Welcome back to another special video from Cultured Unplugged. It's so good to have you here. You already know me as Chris. If you don't know me, my name is Chris. I am your digital mentor. We talk about everything here. We talk about travel, we talk about life, and today we are talking about Baecations. So make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're new here. If you're returning, thank you for joining back with me. I'm always trying to create a video that is relevant to what's going on either in my life or what's going on in general with the world. So don't miss any video that I decide to put on by just liking and subscribing and hitting that notification bell. I appreciate you. All the new subscribers that have joined within the last 30 days. Thank you for your support. And you tuned in and you checked out that Goldie video. Me and Goldie talking about Colombia. I'm still going to Colombia for the 5th time I'm going. I love that place. It's just cheap. It's just a nice vibe, nice culture. Anyway, y'all got to go. If you've never gone, you got to go. We're going to get into another topic here. And so the topic is Baecations. So don't go anywhere. We're going to get right into it. Let's get it unplugged. So what is so dope, and I honestly have to say, if you're trying to really build something special, I know there's a lot of talk going on the internet when it comes down to couples and, the regular measly dates and everything like that. But, the best thing that you can do, and I have to say, is especially if you're with somebody, you're dating somebody, is taking a vacation. Now, you may look at this video and be like, oh, what the hell is he talking about? I know he ain't saying, oh, I gotta go ahead and spend all this money and I gotta pay for this flight and all that stuff. Look, I'm gonna put you on to something right here, right? This is somebody that you've been with for a while. That's number one. Let's get this straight. A good little while, over 3 months, over 4 months, you done kind of passed the test between y'all two, you seeing and you enjoying her company. It's the summertime. You can get real creative. You can do a staycation, vacation. Absolutely. You don't have to go ahead and spend all this extra money and, take a trip or a flight and go, to somewhere like exotic and all this stuff that you see online. You can get the most out of everything just being creatively, like literally just being creative and thinking of like what's in your area, right? So for instance, now that the weather is nice, you can do all that vacation stuff within the US, within your own local hometown. I guarantee wherever you live at, whatever area you're at, honestly, you can get away with something like legit staycation. The reason why Baecations just work well, let me just kind of jump to that, is because you have so much time that you can really build with somebody. If you really caring about that person, or if you just want to just really get to know someone like talking about, and you want to know where that person's mentality is. I don't care who you are watching this, like you will learn something about somebody. Like seriously, I've been on two Baecations, technically a little more than that. Like I've been on the staycation with somebody in the area. I've been on, like that, we took a flight international to Barbados, had a great time, did all these activities. Florida did that, the Miami thing. So it was worth it for me just off the strength of, I started getting real close and tight with, the people I was dating. And we learned so much about each other on this trip. On those trips, you learn so much about somebody, and you can either come out of, but I also been on a trip where it was somebody I shouldn't have gone on a trip with, and I learned, and the trip only exposed it even more. So what I would say is taking it slow with it, start off small. They got they got hotels now with like a whole indoor resort. They got them even in New York, the American Dream Resort. Y'all could take I don't care where you're at. If you're in the East Coast, that's like between a 3 to 8 hour ride or drive, take a flight or, take a bus there, train there. and they got the whole nine. If you want to get like, you have other hotels where they have like the indoor water park. Boom, that's a little vacation right there. A vacation is whatever you really wanted to make it, to be honest with you. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the idea of it because this just is you and that other person. Like there's no other way, beyond like but good conversation, the time spent, the activities, and you get to see firsthand whether or not you could live with that person. See, a lot of times people show their ass after a couple of days, and you start realizing whether or not you want to deal with them, whether or not this person, that person is gonna rock with you. If something go down on this trip, do they got your back? Do you feel comfortable with this person on this trip? Like vacations can make or break your whole situation, but it's a good idea though, very early on, to get it out the way, to see what they like. Now, I'll say this too, vacations doesn't mean that's an automatic, to the bedroom. I always say communicate anything and everything before you plan anything. Before you do a trip, make sure that person is on that type of time with you. That means that she actually want to be around you for that much of time. I don't care if like 2 to 3 days, 5 days. Make sure you get the clearance. Like, hey, this is where we're gonna be at. We're gonna be sharing a room. Are you good with that? Again, this is only for situations and for people that you are like legitimately been rocking with for a little bit, and you want to kind of get a sense of what a person's personality is with you. That will be the best way to do it. I like the aspect of vacations. Now, if you want to say you've been rocking with this person for a lot longer than 3 months, y'all been rocking like 6 months to a year, the vacation, I will say, and this is somebody who, for me, I travel. I like to travel. I've got a couple of trips I'm coming up on. One of the best ones that I did go on was somewhere in the Caribbean. Somewhere it was beautiful. It has history, has culture. The food is good. Economically, you can get a lot of bang out of your buck, and that would be, for me, Barbados. I would say that again. The best economical bang for your buck experiences, fairly reasonable, as far as anything and everything you want to do. And with the excursions, Barbados. I'm going to tell you why. Barbados has some of the best, beautiful beaches. You can get a rental car relatively cheap and affordable for a few days. You driving on the right side of the car, kind of making you feel like you driving in London. You are literally driving around the whole island. There's beautiful cliffs and views, epic views, epic food. If you like good music, if you like dancing, like culture, and then at nighttime, it's like unbelievable. Like on a Friday night, you can go to the Oysters area in Barbados, and on a Friday night and listen to music, eat good fish, and vibe. I can't say it enough. When I went with the person I went with, we had a ball. We had a ball because the vibe was right. Everything just felt right. But you can't take anybody, just anybody, on this kind of trip. When you got to spend money on certain things like hotels, and make sure y'all discuss too. She should be able to pick up her own flight. Unless you married to this person, whatever, you want to just do whatever, she should be able to be picking up that flight on her own. You pay for your flight, and then maybe you say, well, look, I'll take care of this activity. You take care of that activity. I'm very pre-planned when I do trips, especially for a vacation. I like to have a little itinerary, but I like to have, room enough for me to want to do something. I would even take a lady to Colombia. I sure would. If I was, serious with somebody, whatever, I want an experience that's different. Taking somebody to Colombia to explore some culture is like another epic thing too. I've seen couples actually go to Colombia all the time, and this is coming up my 5th time even going, and I'll say it never ceases to exist. There's always a couple that I see, and it's dope to see that. I'm not just seeing the passport bros out there. I'm actually seeing couples come out there. I'm seeing families come out there. But take your lady, man. Take your lady somewhere. You'll get so much cool points if that's what you want. You'll get so much love on that trip as long as it's the right one. I can't stress that enough. It's somebody that you know. She knows you, you know her. Y'all been on plenty of dates and time spent in intimate sessions for you enough to feel like you could take this person. Don't be that person that be like, I bought this trip and she ain't do this and we ain't do that. Like, you ain't get to know your person. You took the wrong person. I made that mistake. I remember one time, I kid you not, I took an ex with me, believe it or not, to Jamaica. I'm thinking we're gonna rekindle some stuff. Everything's gonna be cool. Now, mind you probably like, yo, ex, why would you do that? This was like way before I even knew about the game. I knew nothing. I was green, okay? Wet behind the ears and not even thinking straight. Just, young man making money, whatever. So took her to Jamaica. We get to Jamaica. It was the worst experience. I haven't been to Jamaica since. This was 2015. I have not been to Jamaica since because of how everything happened and how like the whole vibe was just bad. And I regretted it because when we got back to the airport, coming back home, I was like, I knew I'm never gonna want to ever see this person again. So take it from me, I promise you, make sure you take the right one, when you're going on a trip together, when you're deciding that that's what you want to do. Make sure it's the right person. The right person can make or break your vacation experience that you want to have. That's my word to you. I hope that this video was insightful. Get on your Baecations. Let me know in the comments section about what you thought about Baecations. Do you have anything planned for someone in your life to go on a trip with? Have you ever thought about getting on a vacation? If you're somebody that's watching this video, what are your concerns? What would you rather like to see happen when you're on this vacation? Let me know in the comment section. I will answer in a whole video dedicated to that. So I'll be happy to talk about it. Safe traveling. And also big shout out to everybody who subscribed. We are over 100 videos. We are over 600 subscribers. And we are growing. We are growing. Culture Unplugged is growing. If you haven't already, go to my website at coveredinculture.com. Buy something, support the movement, support what I do. I appreciate you. I hope that you've gotten something insightful out of this video. And it's always, like I always say to you, let's get it unplugged.